Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Sure, like guys, I thought so much about this that it turned to overthinking. I planned things out, and trust me when I say I watched a whole lot of YouTube videos. And you know how they say just pick up the camera and start? Like, you lied. You guys lied, because it's definitely not that easy, child. Like, the setup that you have to go through, the amounts of videos that I've been taking just so that I can get this perfect video, it's crazy. But you know what, it's very much doable, because here I am, child. Like, it's a new year, it's a brand new day that the Lord has made, and while I'm rejoicing and being glad in it, I decided that, you know what, let me bath, dress up and look cute and shoot my first YouTube video. Because I mean, what is the worst that can happen, right? So here I am. Welcome to my world, guys. I'm so nervous, I'm anxious, but I'm very much excited. Like, I really can't believe that I'm gonna be that girl now that says please comment, subscribe, like, like hit the notification bell, the works. But I'm very much excited to be here, as I've already mentioned. So before we get into it, obviously I'm gonna introduce myself so that you guys can get like a picture of the girl that is behind the camera. I'll also explain why I'm starting this YouTube channel, or rather what pushed me into starting it. And then I'll also talk about the type of content that I'll be giving out to the masses. All right, so let's get into it. So igama lam ndingupandisa, and for those who don't know, my name means flower, and like niyazibonela nani mosba khobone. Like, oh God uthe like ndizothatha ixesha lam apha and I'm gonna create this beautiful gorgeous flower child, and he did just that. So yes, that's me. I was born and raised in Cape Town. I lived in Cape Town until 2008, because in 2009 my sister and I moved to Joburg because my mother got a job opportunity that side. So, and at the time I was gonna be doing my grade 4, so I stayed in Gauteng since grade 4 all the way up to my matric. And then I took like an unplanned gap year, because one thing about life, it's very unpredictable. So gap year happened, and I decided that, you know what, let me just go home, because like, I don't understand what's going on here. Everything was just becoming too much. Went back home, following year did my first year, and then second year I had to go back to Joburg. And then obviously COVID happened, you know what I'm saying? And then like, guys, it was tricky, it was very tricky. Mental health was just like, no sweetie, you need to go back home. And so I went back home during my second year, and it was online, so it was not a train smash. Went back home, and now I'm currently gonna be doing my third year. Child, we are getting this degree, come rain or sunshine, like degree. Okay, so I'm a third year student. I'm studying psychology, and it's been a journey, but that's a story for another day. I'm always in between Cape Town and Joburg, so they both like home to me, and I love being in between these two places. But also, it's not necessarily because I want to, but because I have to. And I'll explain later on why, like, I have to always be traveling in between these two places. So I really don't know what to say about myself. Like, guys, we'll get to explore, while we go on, because at the end of the day, this is a journey. So yeah, when I started this YouTube channel, I decided that this year, something is different about this year. I don't know if it's just me, but this year I told myself that I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone, and I encourage you to do the same thing. It's gonna be a good year. Like, opportunities are gonna come. Like, it's just gonna be a good year. Like, I can feel it. If you're not feeling it, like, I'm transferring this energy to you right now so that you can also feel it too. And if you also want to start a YouTube channel, child, just do it. Like, just do it. Let's do this together, so that we can all be excited for together, grow together. You get me? Yeah. So one day, okay, wait, before I get into that, right? I was born with a chronic disease, right? And this chronic disease is called eczema. So eczema is a skin condition where, oh, guys, like, hey, like, but we'll unpack that, okay? So I have eczema. I've had it since birth, basically. I still have it now. It's just that now it's more under control. Not perfect, but more under control, as I said. So last year, my mom one day was like to me, yes, Vanessa, kuthen ungaqali support group, yebo, and then you can have like a small little family where you guys talk about the pros and cons of eczema, what works, what doesn't. You know, you'll just have people that you can offload to and people who will understand, because as much as I'm your mother and I try to understand, but I don't fully understand because this is something that I don't have, or it's not as severe as yours. So they think, and I'm like, okay, not too bad. However, like last year, guys, like, yo, my skin was literally at the bottom of the barrel. Child, it was the pits. Like, guys, it was horrible. And those who know, like, they know how bad my skin was. So, like last year, I don't like my skin, right? I didn't like looking at my skin. I didn't like touching my skin. I just didn't like my skin at all. To some extent, I felt like I was a stranger, you know, living in my own body. But you know, that's the juice that is still yet to come. Fine. So I was like, no, I'm not emotionally stable to be around people, you know, people that I don't know and talk about my skin. Because literally every time I had to talk about my skin, even having to go to the doctor, I'll get like so emotional and I'd have to be like, girl, hold those tears back. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, no, it's not a good idea at the time. Like, it's a good idea, and it's not a train smash. I mean, I think it's something that I can always start, and especially now, like, I'm at a better place. Like, I'm at a good place, guys. And as I said, like, it's gonna be a good year. So everything else will come, man. So this other day, now I'm bathing. Fast forward, like, I'm bathing, and as I'm bathing, the Holy Spirit is like to me, girl, I need to talk to you, okay? And then I'm like, hey, okay, let's talk. Yeah, well, fine. He's like to me, how about you start a YouTube channel? And I'm like, me? There's absolutely no way, child. Like, you know the type of person that I am. Like, guys, I don't like being out there. I'm reserved. I'm to myself. Like, I don't really like attention, you know. So I'm like, me, a YouTube channel. So then he's like, no, hear me out, ne? Then he's like, right, you've always talked about wanting to testify about your skin, right? And you've been asking God that, God, please do it for me, clear my skin, you know, be a miracle worker that you are, so that I can get up there, you know, at the pulpit and talk to church members about how God did it for me. And then it's like, you know what, my child, there's different ways of testifying, especially now that times have evolved. Testifying doesn't mean you're just, you know, going to church and being in front of church members and then talking about your story. You can do this in many different ways, like a support group, as your mom has already suggested, YouTube, like there's so many things. And guys, I did think of like starting a blog. Then I'm like, okay, no, let me have an IG page where it's just like all eczema. You know what I'm saying? I thought of different ways, but it just wasn't mathing. You know, I was not convinced. The math was not mathing. And then as the Holy Spirit is telling me this idea, I'm like, okay, I'm feeling you. Like, I hear you, like, in the over. And again, we're like, 1 + 1, when's that? 2, you understand? But I'm like, okay, I'm thinking about it. Every day as I'm thinking about it, you know, it's making sense in my head. And now I'm getting actually more excited to do it. Then I tell my mom about this idea, and my mom was like ecstatic. She was so excited because I think for her it was a thing of like, oh my gosh, my child is literally breaking out of her shell. Because child, last year was the pits, as I've already said. So she was happy for me, and she's like, ma'am, you need to start with this as in like yesterday. And I had to be like, mom, like, there's literally a whole lot of things that goes into YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Like, you must prepare the cameras, the editing, subscribers, you know, all those things. So today I decided to pick up the camera and start, and here I am. So basically why I'm starting this channel, why I'm starting this journey is I want to raise awareness, you know, about eczema. And I know that there are people obviously who know about eczema, but I just feel like there's not enough, especially when it comes to the Black community, because in most cases parents do not have the necessary finances, you know, to like treat this chronic disease called eczema, because child, it gets hectic. It depends on the type of eczema you have, you know, it's the products, it's the doctor's visitations, like it's literally a whole lot. So I would like to raise awareness about eczema, and I just want to be that voice man to someone out there who is also, you know, going through some skin condition, obviously, who don't like their skin, you know, their skin affects them in this way or that way. I literally just want to be that voice, and more than anything, I just want to be that sister next door that, you know, with my content, I hope that you can relate to, you know, on the days when you're not feeling well, maybe you're feeling sad because of your skin, maybe that 1 or 2 pimple, you know, cellulite, boils, like the works, you know what I'm saying? I want to be that girl where, you know, when you're feeling down, you can just go to YouTube, you know, because you already would have been subscribed, you know what I'm saying? You watch my videos and they will somehow make you feel better. That is why I'm starting this journey, and that is literally my goal. That is what I would love for, you know, this entire channel of mine, this journey rather. And so the type of content that I'm planning, you know, to give out to the masses, it's gonna be all things eczema, literally, like what eczema is, what causes it, symptoms, treatments, you know, the works. And I also thought, like, I don't want to bore people, you know, by just giving facts, because I mean, it is a sensitive topic, deep, but not that deep, but very deep as well. So I thought also I want to incorporate, you know, how, yes, in as much as I have eczema, but I can also, you know, live my best life. Why not? Like, I can go out there, be like other kids, wear short things, at least try to be comfortable in my skin. And as I'm also going through this journey, I'm learning to love my skin, be comfortable in my skin. And I would love you guys to also, you know, join me in this journey as well. So yeah, obviously there's gonna be certain precautions that you have to take as a person who has sensitive skin, who has eczema and stuff like that. But I also just want to show the world that, guys, you can live your best life. So yes, that is basically it from me, guys. I hope I didn't ramble a lot, because I know that I can talk quite a lot sometimes. So this is it for my first video. Please do like this video, give it a thumbs up, child. Comment down below if you're excited for me, if you're also thinking of starting a YouTube channel. Comment down below how I did for my first video. And guys, please do not drag me, okay? Subscribe, child, to this channel, you know what I'm saying? Tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends to tell Joe Biden. You want to tell Joe Biden right now? You know what I'm saying? To subscribe to my channel, and please do not forget to switch on the notification bell so that you can be alert every time I post a new video. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until the next video, bye.